Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about democracy versus authoritarian. So, authoritarian leadership is a leadership style in which the leaders enforces strict obedience and demands obedience without questions. Leaders view success is coming from themselves. There are 6 characteristics of authoritarian leadership. The leader vision is what best for organization. Therefore, subordinates must make the vision their own and not tolerating any deviation. Second, the leader controls all the decisions. Members only act as implementers of each decision and they should run it without hesitation. Third, leader makes choice based on their idea and judgment. They see their idea is the best and should be followed by other members. Fourth, the leader accepts little or no suggestion or initiative from followers. They ignore creativity and out-of-the-box thinking from their subordinates. It makes low innovation and creativity on the organization. Fifth, members feel uninvolved, which makes them less motivated. So they carry out duties because they are under fear and threat. Sixth, the leaders keeps a close eye on a group members. They impose harsh penalties for any non-compliance and use their power to threaten sanctions such as dismissal. And the question is, how effective authoritarian leadership? Because this leadership considered negative, authoritarian leadership can be effective in some situations. When is where the authoritarian leadership is effective? It depends on factors such as time and situations. Also, the characteristic of subordinates and the type of task. First, authoritarian leadership best work on the organization that are undergoing significant change. In times of uncertainty, the leader firmness in directing subordinates is very important. That way, everyone is united to achieve targeted goals. It also reduces the self-interest motive of the subordinates. Second, authoritarian leadership are also useful when the organization requires quick and accurate decision. Leadership focuses on making decisions while subordinates concentrates on carrying out tasks. Third, authoritarian leadership can also be effective in high pressure or emergency environments. Conflict or war is an example. And now let's talk about the pros and cons of authoritarian leadership. The pros. First, an authoritarian environment allows for quick decisions, especially in a stressful and time-limited situation. In addition, the chain of command and supervision has also become clear. Team members can concentrate on tasks without having to participate in complex decision-making process. Second, the results are more consistent and measurable. Each member must carry out the duties based on the instructions. Each member must carry out the duties based instruction, targets, and timeframes that leaves less room for error. Third, organization lack creative problem-solving skills. Subordinates cannot contribute their opinions or initiative to the organization. And now let's talk about the cons. First, the high pressure among the subordinates. People tend to feel happier and perform better when they feel engaged and can contribute to the future of the group. That is of course not the case in authoritarian environment, which emphasize absolute obedience. Second, organizational success depends on the ability of the leader. Authoritarian leaders tend to ignore member ideas and initiative. If the leader has qualified abilities, it will not be a problem. But if you don't have it, it will only result in organizational failure and suffering of the subordinates. So, an authoritarian state is a state whose form power is centralized. Authoritarian power is the opposite of democratic system because authoritarian power is centralized power and does not see the freedom of other individuals. All decisions and policies made by the authorities. Countries that follow authoritarian system are Iraq, Germany, Italy, Cambodia, Congo, Saudi Arabia, Brunei Darussalam, and North Korea. And now let's move to the democratic leadership. Democratic leadership is a type of leadership that promotes the participation of members in the decision-making process. Leaders encourage members to participate in making decisions about their work and work-related issues. For this reason, I also revere this leadership as a participatory leadership. There are three characteristics of a democracy leadership. First, participation and collaboration. Democratic leadership encourages members to take more participatory role in a decision-making process. In addition, this environment encourages individual honesty, fairness, competence, and encourage in expressing ideas. Everyone is given the opportunity to participate and they can also exchange ideas more freely. Discussions are often a way to exchange ideas. Second, ideas and opinions. Leaders encourage members to share ideas and opinions. Member can say it more freely. However, the leaders retains control of the final decision. And third is creativity. The leader values and encourage the creativity of a group members. Such an environment is important in the problem-solving process and finding the best alternative in decision making. And now the question is, when and where is the best democratic leadership style? Democratic leadership depends on the competence, level of knowledge, and maturity of employees. This leadership style is likely to be suitable in an environment where employees are skilled, experienced, and creative. Leaders can leverage their employees' individual talents and strengths for the company's success. When subordinates have become more highly independent and skilled, democratic leaders can focus on more vital aspects. The greater participation of subordinates ultimately contributes to innovation and problem solving within the company. However, when roles are unclear and time is limited, this type of leadership can lead to unfinished projects or even failure. The reason is not all members have the same knowledge, skills, and thoughts. Some may also dislike this type of leadership. Furthermore, in carrying out these functions, democratic leaders need a good communication skills. They must be able to explain the problem clearly and understand the response of their subordinates. And now let's move on to the pros and cons of democracy leadership. First, democratic leaders are more valued. Members' respect for them is not because the strength or fear, but rather on trust, respect, and inspiration. Second, members feel they have a role and contribute to the problem solving and strategic decisions. They are motivated because their opinion and their input is appreciated. It ultimately creates a sense of belonging, increasing their morale and productivity. Third, democratic leadership style can lead to be better ideas and creative solutions to the problems. Fourth, employees are motivated to improve their professional skills because they feel they can influence their promotion potential by contributing more to the company. Due to this fact, they work harder to take on a bigger role by increasing competence. And now let's move to the cons. First, not all ideas from subordinates are high quality. It depends on their knowledge and expertise. Sometimes they provide ideas or insights for the motive of personal gain rather than group or company profit. Second, when the ideas of self-interested members are not taken into account, this can lower their satisfaction and morale. And this dissatisfaction can also spread to other members who have similar thoughts. Third, slower decision making. Greater involvement in the decision making process generates more ideas, which make decision making takes time and money to reach the consensus. And last, conflicts of interest often raise. Employee may pursue personal rather than group gain. It increases the chance of disagreement between them during the discussion process. In such conditions create conflicts and have a negative impact on the day-to-day operations of the company. So, a democratic state is a state that has form of government or system of government by realizing people's sovereignty. Democracy is a form of a government run by the people and for the people. In this country, the highest power is in the hands of people. The example of democratic countries such as Denmark, United States of America, India, Brazil, Japan, Mexico, Philippines, and Indonesia. So that's it for the video today. Back again that this leadership style has their own pros and cons and has the best time and situation factors for its implementation. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.